football playoff set to get underway as 12 teams begin that long battle on the road to the national championship. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is up first today. And now a brand new step in this season that gets even more intense. A playoff game on a college campus, Kirk. What an environment here. What a special moment for both these teams.
Chris, we're all big fans of what we see in the playoff, especially on these college campuses. Find out how good this team on the road can be. Can they navigate the waters of dealing with not just a great team, but dealing with a hostile environment? It's a lot, but let's see if they can get it done.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He makes the grab. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now. Buckeyes are in the red zone. The shotgun handoff here. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Big moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, 3rd down in the red zone. Can they convert? Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Buckeyes, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. So the Maryland Terrapins offense gets their first crack now. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
They can't stop him. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there. And the Terrapins will crank up the tempo.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
Finds his man. It's Scott. Uses the spin move. He's loose. Powering through the defender. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Defense is coming after him. He'll just throw that one away to avoid it. It would have been sacked. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Tries the right with a quick throw. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Makes it look easy.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Bringing it out, it's Graham. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field, trying to build on the beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense. Looking to scramble now, and they'll get him down that time. Now, this is what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play act.
Here he goes. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first half.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. 1st and goal just outside the 5. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out.
And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. To throw, it's Washington. Looking downfield. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Scott. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. 1st and 10 play coming up. Now they call a run. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. What a grab by the junior. His line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Short gain, but it's going to be the final play of the first period. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Same tailback, another carry. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. Well, they need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. And he drops back in the gun. Close to the tight end. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop. And it's a bunch formation. Play action here on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Scott. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Now it's second down here. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Terrapins come up to the line in a hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Washington. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least...
Loses the football. The scramble is on. Recovered by the kicking team.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this
touchdown, Maryland adds 6 more points to the total. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Automatic on the PAT. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. He only steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. He's going to take off here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tiny space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Rogers. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Can he get there on the ground? Touchdown, Buckeyes! This offense cannot be stopped. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it an 8-point game.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Dropping back, it's Washington. Pump over the middle, it's Fleming. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Grab down the middle, it's Manning. They bring him down after a short gain there.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. On the run, it's Jackson. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Looking deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
Point after makes it a 15-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Back to pass. It's Washington. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. They move the 6. They'll hold to the line here on first down now. And he'll set up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Roche. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Second down. We're going to throw it. Looking deep to the right side. Catch made down inside the 25.
Well, one thing we know for sure, this quarterback has a ton of confidence. Already thrown 2 picks. That is tight coverage right here. He still puts it up in the air. Now, this one works out for him, but they haven't throughout this game.
Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the Terrapins have first and 10 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's McLaurin. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Buckeyes. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Of course, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. To throw, it's Washington. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. It's a ball of the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now takes a hit but lets it fly. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Pass interference. Defense. Defender flag for being a little too aggressive. 15-yard penalty benefiting the offense. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And this time it's complete. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. points on the board.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner choosing to field this one. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. The Terrapins hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Okay, here comes the hurry up. This is what they love to do. They get a big gain on the ground, hurry up into position, and go right back at that defense again.
Puck for the receiver. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Completion makes it second and short.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. See if they can do it again.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Looking to throw. It's Washington. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Risky throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
Now moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, how about this defense? What a job there on third down. Backed up close to their own goal line, come up with a huge sack on third down, and force a field goal.
So out comes the field goal team one more time. This kicker has been busy today. He's made 3 already. Oh, and he knocks it right through. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, but they keep it going. In the clear at the 25. He's in the clear. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Quick throw to the left. Oh, but he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Over the middle, it's Rodgers. Now play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it again. Deep shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They continue to roll up the score. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at the 35. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. And the Terrapins with 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Roche. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Pass caught. 2nd down now. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the...
It's a fumble behind the line. And the defense comes up with the football.
And when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got his man in the open field. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That's how you finish a play. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Well, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now for the 25. To the air, it's Washington. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. The short completion at the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. But quickly, they get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14. The Terrapins are in the red zone now. Handoff from the shotgun. Spinning out of the tackle. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Terrapins.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. You can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Got the first down and still motoring. And here he goes. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for. The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. Throwing off play action. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback. Kirk, they had a month to get ready for this pitch-and-catch combo before the playoff game. They've had no answer so far.
The playoff game, national championship on the line. You know the old saying we used to always hear. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and he certainly is doing that today.
The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Dropping back, it's Hamilton. Nice grab. It's White. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Man, I love the route here by the receiver. Really sold he's going vertical downfield. Ends up coming back to the football to pick up big yards.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it on a crossing route. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Caught in the backfield. It's White. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw yet again. On the run, he'll let it go. That's caught. It's White. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, what a grab! Tackled right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
To throw, it's Hamilton. Pass rush closing in. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Maryland.
Love this. say die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
It's 4th down and 4 as you try to keep the drive going. It's a shotgun run call. Finding space at the 20. They get him down, but that first down should be enough to secure the win. They survive and advance.